I'm going to start here by placing my beaten eggs into the boiling water. I've already added 1 tablespoon of salt to the water to give it flavor from the beginning. And now I let the eggs cook here in this hot water. My eggs are now nice and firm, almost fully cooked. Using a spatula, I gently stir them just to break them up a little so they're not whole. Once they're nicely broken apart, all you have to do is turn off the heat. I begin to remove the eggs from the water carefully, one by one. I let the excess water drain so they're not too wet. And I place them directly into a bowl or a deep dish, whichever you prefer. Now with the eggs well drained, I use a spoon to crumble them, breaking the larger pieces until I get small bits, kind of like scrambled eggs. Once they're all crumbled nicely, I transfer them to a larger plate. I place everything there and spread it out so it's evenly distributed. I spread the eggs across the plate to make it even. In a skillet, I add 1 medium onion, finely chopped. I also add 2 cloves of garlic, finely minced. They're already nicely chopped, and I start to sauté them lightly. This releases that delicious aroma of fried garlic that really enhances the flavor. It's a simple but very tasty seasoning to go with the eggs. It gives a different touch and makes the dish so much tastier. The onion is now perfectly golden, ready for the other ingredients. Now I add half of a red bell pepper, diced into small cubes. I also have half of a green bell pepper, finely chopped, which I'm going to add. And I add 1 ripe tomato, seeded and cut into small cubes. I saute everything together so the flavors mix and intensify. I always like combining red and green bell peppers because they bring color, flavor, and a delicious aroma to the sauté. I let all the ingredients cook well until they're soft and juicy. The flavor is incredible, and the texture is perfect to accompany any meal. Now I add a pinch of salt to season. I add a bit of cumin to taste, just a small amount to bring flavor. I like to use just a little, so it doesn't overpower the other ingredients. I also add a light pinch of black pepper for a mild spicy touch. And for a special aroma, I add a bit of dried rosemary. Now I just mix everything in the skillet to blend the flavors. The amount of seasoning is up to your taste. You can adjust it however you like. I mix everything and let it cook a bit more until the tomato starts to break down. Now everything is well sautéed and cooked. The sautéed mix turned out juicy and full of flavor. Now I just turn off the heat and we'll finish the dish. I pour this hot sauté directly over the reserved cooked eggs. Look how delicious that is. A simple yet very flavorful combination. And now that everything is ready, this scrambled egg dish is wonderful. Now all that's left is to serve and enjoy this delicious homemade recipe.